first of all, if there's a levy, the bank will hold it for 21 days. They're supposed to before they send the money to the government. Once the money's gone to the government, you're not getting it back. It's gone. All right. They don't give money back once they've grabbed it. But if we can move quickly, we can get it released and the bank will put the money back in the account. Hey guys, it's Eric Green, Tax Rep Network. I don't have a guess. What I want to do, there's a story that's in my book about how to build $1 million practice. Now, if you haven't read it, you should go get the book. But I'm going to let you in on how I made $1,700 an hour. All right. What this comes down to is I had a flat fee. I gave the client the right motivation and we got it done fairly quickly. So let me walk you through this and I think you'll see how this happened. I've gotten so many comments about this. I think it's going to be interesting and hopefully enlightening. So I kind of have a deal with my wife, my family. When I come home on Friday evening, there is no work. All right. It's family time. And so it's a Friday and I'm getting a call on my cell phone, which I don't recognize. And I'm sure you feel the same way. I don't need somebody trying to sell me a warranty on a car that I don't have anymore. So I ignore the call. A little bit later, as I'm pulling into the driveway, same thing, same number comes up. Once again, I ignore it. Now, get out of the car, grab my backpack, phone rings again, same number. And so now I'm wondering, is something like actually going on? Like, could this be important, right? I mean, who tries me like 3 times in succession on a Friday at like 5:30? So this time, again, I ignore it, but they leave a voicemail. So I am listening to the voicemail as I walk into the house. My wife greets me, sees I'm on the phone, and this is kind of a hot button with her. She's clearly not pleased. I listen to the message, and basically it's Mr. Green. My name is, I don't know, Joe Smith. My CPA, Sheila, gave me your number, and the IRS levied me, and I need your help right away. All right. So, couple things. I put down the phone. I have dinner, hang out. About 7:30, 8 o'clock. I quietly go into my home office, send an email to Sheila thanking her for the referral, but asking her next time, please only give people my office line, not my cell phone, because as much as I like helping people, and I do, I don't need to be dealing with this at 10 p.m. on a Saturday night while I'm trying to watch a movie with my wife. I mean, you get it, right? There's a time for work and then work is over. So anyway, I called the gentleman back. He's thrilled. Oh, Miss Green, thank God. I said, look, how much money did they get? All right. So first of all, how much money do you owe? He said, we just filed the last 2 years of returns. I owe, again, I don't remember, like 100,000, something like that. I said, okay, look, if we move quickly, how much did the levy get? And going by memory, I think like 5,000, 6,000, something around that. Whatever he had in his bank account, the levy got. Now, first of all, if there's a levy, the bank will hold it for 21 days. They're supposed to before they send the money to the government. Once the money's gone to the government, you're not getting it back. It's gone. All right. They don't give money back once they've grabbed it. But if we can move quickly, we can get it released and the bank will put the money back in the account. So I said, look, here's the deal. What I need from you, I need any IRS notices. I need a copy of the levy because I also have the exact total and what's owed by year so I can confirm what the client told me. And I said, listen, I'm going to send you a checklist of documents. I need these by Sunday morning because my only time to do this is on Sunday. I will do the analysis. And if it's what I think it is, I can call Monday. We may be able to get you an agreement and we may be able to get the money released. All right. I need $2,500. I need all of the documents on this checklist and I need the IRS correspondence. I'm going to send you an agreement and a link. Now, our agreements are all automated. I send the agreement for the $2,500 and all that. But what I also told them is this, and here's the motivation. I said, look, we generally charge $6,000. The reason I'm going to do it for 2,500, one, I feel bad for you, but two, if you get me everything, I could probably get it done for 2,500. If you don't get me stuff and I have to start chasing you Monday, Tuesday, I'm gonna tell you right now, I need 6,000 because now I'm gonna spend half the time chasing you. Just give me the list. You'll have it Sunday morning, I promise. Okay. So send them the agreement, send them a link to sign the power of attorney, and I send them a link to upload the documents. In our agreement is a link to pay. So on Saturday, I get the power of attorney back, the engagement letter back, and he pays. Saturday night, he had uploaded what looked like all the documents. So again, he owes, again, I'm going by memory, is around 100,000. Now, 250,000 or less, you can just set up an agreement right over the phone if it's with the campus. If it's with a revenue officer, you're limited to 50,000. Well, the notice of levy came from the campus, so it's not assigned to a revenue office. Great. I now have the total in the years. Some quick math, this what's called a non-streamlined agreement, NSIA, the 250,000 or less, right? He's looking at, there's about 9.5 years left on the statute. So the 100,000 over that time, it came out much better than the quick math I did on if we submit a financial. The other thing is he has a lot of equity in his home and they're going to want him to try to tap it, all the rest. So I call him on Sunday afternoon, said, look, by now I've spent about an hour. I've looked through everything. Here's my quickest assessment. I don't remember what it came to, 1,700, something like that a month. Can you afford that? It looks like he can. Absolutely. I said, okay, I'm going to try to call, get that agreement in place, and they should release the levy. Sure enough, Monday morning, I call, I get somebody from ACS, fax over the power of attorney, explain what happened, said, look, we'd love to just set up the non-streamlined agreement. He owed under the 250. I'm roughing it out to around 1,700 a month, but let me know your math. Comes back, it was like 1,445 or something like that a month. Great. Okay. While I'm on the phone, one, could you release the levy? She said, absolutely. I said, because he's going to bounce his mortgage payment. No, we'll release it. We got to have an agreement now. It's subject to supervisory approval, but it should go through. And so she sends me, does the levy release and said, would you like a copy? Yes, please fax me a copy. She said, you'll have it in a couple minutes. Anything else? And I said, actually, does a client qualify for first-time penalty abatement? She said, let me look. They can do it right over the phone. Sure enough, she came back. She said, yes, he does. I think we knocked like $7,000 in first-time penalty abatement off for the first year. The point being, I got him back the $5,800 or whatever the levy sees. I knocked $7,000 off in penalties. He paid me $2,500. I spent an hour on the weekend reviewing stuff and 30 minutes on the phone with the IRS. So an hour and a half at my rate, $1,700 an hour. Not bad. Now, what happened? First of all, I put the onus on them. And more, this is what I do in my practice. All right. I tell clients point blank, this is the fee if you get me everything by this date. If not, I'm going to start charging you for chasing you, and I'm going to need more money, or I'm going to get out of this case. Basically, it's your problem. Screw you. I'm here to help. But this is not my problem. I got my own problem. I know it's hard to believe. I got my own problems. All right. So get me the stuff, and I can work my magic and get it done. This is how I can make money on a flat fee. All right, because it's not going to take me the same time times rate times hour. All right, offers and compromise and all this stuff for us, these are very lucrative cases. We make a lot more money than our hourly rate, but it has to be handled properly. So the point is here, once you learn this craft, this is how you help taxpayers. And by the way, if you think about it, the levied money back plus penalty abatement, I think he made a 500% return on his $2,500 investment with me, and we solved the problem. Okay, so that is a quick on that story, how I made $1,700 an hour. The lesson here, if you understand the rules and you understand how to help people, right? Now, again, I'm going to give them real motivation to get me everything I need, because the way you get killed doing this, just like with a 1040 or any tax preparation, you probably heard this. The more you have to pick up and put that file down, you start losing money. The goal is to sit down and do the return in one fell swoop, which means you need everything. It's the same with tax resolution. I need everything. We will get hurt if we chase you. So I tell the clients very clearly, either you're going to pay us to chase you or we're not chasing you. I'm just firing you, period. Now that kind of comes with having a large enough practice and being middle-aged and grumpy, which is where I am right now. But when I was younger, I wouldn't do that. And I probably, ate it on a lot of cases. No more. I could care less. But you don't need to have that attitude. But the point is, you need to create some incentive for them. All right. Because that incentive for them, one, will get you to a good resolution. I have to tell you, I'm sure to this day, he feels great about that. 2 days, done, penalty abated. Versus if I had been chasing him, you know what happens now? Well, I hired these guys and they're not doing anything for me. They don't accept the ownership of, they're not doing anything because I won't get them what they need. That never comes up in the conversation. All right. So the point is, understand the process, price it accordingly, put the onus on them, and you'll make $1,700 an hour. Thanks for tuning in, guys. I hope that this is helpful. I hope I've given you a little food for thought. Please go down, and comment, share this, whatever. And listen, if you really want to elevate your practice, come join us inside Tax Rep. We'd love to have you, help you build that $1 million practice you've always wanted. All right. Take it easy, guys. Thanks.